started Google Duoing and like FaceTiming people and doing shots with them at the same time. I was there we go with the you telling me I'm not going to get sidetracked.
That's what I told you not to.
I know. And I was on it for 3.5 hours. It was miraculous. So as usual, I sit and I wait. I wait and I sit, and oh, see, it says you right there.
Yeah, but remember,
How come?
you got to remember about the rewatches too. You can't just.
Oh, I don't care about anything.
Well, I mean, just do something, even if they're not.
Do something.
Even if they're not looking now, they might look tomorrow.
So that's what I'm wondering, and see where it says the viewer. I'm wondering where it says, does it tell you who it is if they don't comment, right? Yo, if you're gonna watch, comment so I know you're here. Don't be that person. For the love of God. Comment, say something, ask a question. You probably won't get an answer. All right. It's been a solid year since I started out the Live with Johnny's. As you can notice, there is no toaster. There is no bread. There are no fluffernutters. If you can imagine or remember that a year ago I thought that I was dying because I ate too many fluffernutters. So we're not doing that anymore. We're trying to lose weight. We're trying to keep our arteries unclogged. Hopefully we bring back everybody that used to watch. I know it's been a long time. Where have you been? What did you do? Well, we'll get caught up on all that nonsense. But I'm trying to see who's here. Bob Colville says he loves the Pink Floyd poster. Well, Bob, you're welcome. I actually just picked that up today at Hot Topic, and I put it up. If you notice, I'm coming from this new live background. I just put this all together today. I actually didn't. We are live from, I can't tell you where, but I've got a gentleman by the name of Beeve helping me, and I still can't figure if it's because he got a lot of tail in the 90s or because he cries watching Hallmark movies, but that's on him. He promises not to talk much, but Melissa Lynn says hello. Hello, Melissa Lynn. How are you? So let's get caught up. Live with Johnny. Where is the last year gone? What have we been doing? First of all, let's recap what we did last year. It all started with one fat guy who was hungry. We were all in the house because of COVID. I said, I need some human interaction, so I got on Facebook and I started eating a fluffernutter. In my defense, the fluffernutter was good. I took some shit because I toasted the bread. I don't care. If you're not toasting your bread while you're eating fluffernutters, you're an animal and you don't deserve the fluffernutter. That's number one. Hello, Christy. How are you? Great. Hey, the Colvilles are back. The Colvilles were great supporters of last year. What up, Tom? Then we turned into COVID shut everybody down. Everybody's out of work. Nobody's got nothing to do. People are out of work. So we together in the month of March, April, May, we raised $1,800 for the Naugatuck Food Bank, and we fed families that way. Then we spent the summer together drinking alcohol and eating fluffernutters. I put on 35 pounds, and which eventually almost culminated in a heart attack in the back of an ambulance. But hey, we'll talk about that later. Andrew, what's up? Mr. Rano, how the hell are you? Denise is back too. Look, the whole bar's back together. Somebody yell Norm. Then after we spent the whole summer together drinking alcohol and having a good time, we got to November and we paired with the Foursquare Church in Naugatuck with Coach/Pastor Baxter, and we raised over $2,000 and we fed over 40 families for Thanksgiving. So in all of the shenanigans and all of the nonsense and all of the name calling which was mainly me calling myself names and you guys agreeing with the names I was calling myself. Tom did yell Norm. Good man. Christy says, miss you, dude. Well, I miss all of you guys too, and I miss talking to probably mainly myself, but pretending that you're all out there entertained. So if you're not entertained and this isn't good entertainment, you people are just going to have to wait until it gets there. But where are we at? So yeah, we fed over 40 families for Thanksgiving, and we plan on doing that again this year, but we'll make that announcement next week. And I've got another idea for the spring where we are going to help 10 kids who cannot afford to play Little League baseball. We're going to have a drive for them, and we're going to make some money for some kids to play some Little League baseball. Ugh. So we got all that going on. Let me look at my reminders just to make sure I'm remembering everything I wanted to talk about. I want to thank some people. First of all, I want to thank all of you guys from last year who helped raise all the money. You guys helped me raise, again, almost $5,000 for all the charities we did. And because we did a couple of side things, too, and sent some gift cards to some people. So almost $5,000 in, do the math, carry the 7. It had to be like, 9 months. So that was great. And sorry if you see me looking over. I'm trying to read the comments as I'm talking. And if any of you know me, I went to Seymour schools. I ain't so smart. I got to take a break to do those things. Mr. Randall says he eats fluffernutters too, toasted bread or not. You're right. No, listen, toasted bread or not is good. But listen, if you toast that shit, a little bit of brown. I have to fit in a wedding dress next year, so I'm not eating fluffernutters anymore. I've got to say yes to a dress soon, so I got to make sure I lose some of that weight. And again, I lost track. But if you watch this video of last year, that's what I do. We're just going to bounce back and forth and go back and forth. So yeah, we raised some money. We did some good things, all the other stuff. But I want to thank some people. Coach Baxter for helping do all that stuff. Jeannie says, nice to see you back. It's good to be back. It's good to be seen. And don't forget, because I know Jeannie will be worried about this, the camera adds 45 pounds. So anybody who thinks I may put on a bunch of weight, the camera adds 45 pounds. You Google it. It's there. And don't Google it. Just take my word for it and leave it alone. We're going to move on from there. Yeah, it's freezing up here. She says from sunny Florida. Yeah, we finally got our first fall night here, and I'm going to sleep in my flannels tonight. Coach Baxter, I want to thank you for helping get the project done with feeding over the 40 families. I want to thank all of you who donated. I want to thank you. She says liar about the weight. Now that's funny. No, 45 pounds. Everybody who helped raise money, to all the people. I can't remember everybody's names, but the Covels, the Dukes, the Farrells, and I'm going to forget everybody's names, and everybody's going to get mad. Why did you say my name on Facebook? Well, I don't know. You go live. Say your name. Say my name. So that was all good stuff. And more importantly, he says melty. See, they got me reading. Thank you, Denise. What the fuck was I just talking about? And I'm going to swear a lot less, I think, maybe this time around. But I really want to thank all of you guys for helping us raise that money and do great things. Next, the direction of this. What am I doing? Why am I back? What is going on? Well, I need a hobby. I need a way to get the crazy thoughts out of my head. And to be honest with you, I thoroughly enjoyed myself because I'm a little narcissistic and I think people want to hear me. But that's for you guys to decide. He says, don't forget to thank Coach Baxter. Yeah, I know I said it 3 times, Bob. Jesus, have a Coke and a smile. Chill the fuck out. I know. I look all professional and shit, right? I got glasses. That changed over the new year. I had to get glasses. I can't see a fucking thing. I'm not going to swear anymore. So I got glasses. I could take them off, but I can still see the comments a little bit. But I think I'm a little sexier with the glasses. Beef says yeah, which is weird. I'm locked up in a hut with a dude named Beef who says I look sexy. So, small problem. But I guess I'll have to deal with that. Kevin, you're back. Kevin, I want to thank Kevin and Dave for everything that they did for me last year. When I was in the back of the ambulance and I thought it was arteries were exploding from all the fluff, which actually turned out to be COVID, and that is what it is. Kevin and Dave checked on me every day and cried like little babies, and I thought that was pretty nice of them to do. And they donated a bunch of money, as well as the rest of you. If you remember, I flubble a lot too, so you're also going to have to deal with that. And I repeat myself a lot, so you're also going to have to deal with that. Not going to lie, a little nervous, a little freaked out that I'm back. Don't even remember what I used to talk about. Don't even remember what I want to talk about. But what we will talk about is the direction of this. This seems to be the new home of Live with Johnny. It's a better setup. If I've got to hear John Duke scream about the clock in my living room one more time, if I've got to hear people tell me they can hear my dog snoring, when I went to go get a beer out of the fridge, they said they could hear me waddling. That's rude, but true. So this is a real setup. We got a little sound cave or whatever the hell you want to call it. We got the microphones. And we're going to go forward. We're going to internet radio / podcast this thing, and we're going to do it for real. And we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. We're going to do all kinds of good stuff. And somebody has recently reminded me that I'm a happy guy, and I've got to be happier. So I think I'm going to be happier letting out all the craziness, and I'm going to be happier helping do good things, and at the same time making fun of all of you while all of you make fun of me. She says she smacked Bob for me. Hope you smacked him on his ass. He likes that. So I think that's the direction of where we're going to go. And will we have guests? Yes. Will we do some different things again? Yes. Now, I said that a ton last year, and I never left my living room. I never left the brown chair, and I continued to eat fluffernutters until, I had to wear those jeans that look like jeans, but they're really sweatpants so that they can expand. I forget what they're called. I had a shop at the softer side of Sears for a little while in the maternity section, just so I could fit into a couple of things, and that is what it is. Ken Stone's back. I want to thank Ken Stone and Jen Stone. As I see your names and you guys come back to watch all the good things that the Stones did. The Stones donated. They won a raffle. They were there every second. They watched almost every single episode. Much like the Stones, a lot of you were very, very supportive. We had a lot of fun last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was just telling the Beeve over here, or Beeve, whatever the fuck he wants to call himself. I was on. He didn't know this. I told go to the YouTube page. Speaking of which, everybody go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like, share, whatever the YouTube asks you to do. I was online one night for 3.5 hours drinking peanut butter whiskey, and FaceTiming people and doing shots with them. So you might get more of that. I don't know. I'm not at home anymore, so I do have to drive home. Not sure how that would go over. In case the police are looking for me if I'm drinking, I am in Wallingford. Yes, check the streets of Wallingford, all of you. I'm kidding. I don't drink and drive, but anymore. Johnny DeCampos, what's up? But yes, the Stones were very supportive. And again, I'm not going to remember everybody, but it was fun, right? In a time where none of us could leave the house and none of us can do anything, and we were all sick of talking to whoever was inside our four walls. We all got to talk to each other this way, and we couldn't go out for drinks, so we had drinks this way. So we're going to continue more of that community-like feel, break some balls, have some fun, and, that sort of thing. And I do fancy myself a funny guy, so we'll see what I can come up with from there. Ask me right now, did I prepare for anything tonight? No. I took like 2 notes. I've got some things I'm going to say, some things we're going to talk about, and mainly I was going to see what you guys had to say coming back. Hello, Meredith. Meredith was there throughout the whole year last year. They had some very faithful watchers last year. And I can't see who's here, so if you're not commenting and I'm not saying your name, don't be all home being like, John's a dick, I helped out, but he didn't say my name. So don't get all pissed off. If you want to say hello, say hello. So a lot's changed over the past year. Christy, there she is. Christy was one of our first watchers, and we thank you for all of your support as well. And Christy had a common question last year. Christy asked me the same thing over and over. Christy would say, how are you single? And I used to tell you, Christy, I'm in my sweatpants, in a dirty shirt, on Facebook, eating fluffernutters. And you ask, why am I single? Well, Jeannie said, politics. There'll be some politics, just not tonight. I don't want to lose all the viewers on the first night. But, if I got to say anything, let's go, Brandon. But what the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, that's why she used to say, why are you single? And I'm wearing a dirty shirt and my underwear, eating fluffernutters on Facebook. You wonder why I'm single. Here's the remarkable part about it, and I'll talk about this at the end. I'm going to save it to the end. One person, 7 billion people on the planet, and the best one watched that, saw that, and fell in love with that. I know. I said the same thing to her. Therapist. You need a therapist. But no. We'll talk about her later. But, I promised I wouldn't talk too much about her. She says, nobody wants to hear about how much you love me. Don't get mushy. Well, she's going to hear it for a little bit tonight, and then we'll end with that. But for now, we're just going to talk to us. Nate Taylor says, looking good, old man. Chris Marr, thank you, buddy. Nate, look at old man. You're older than I am, Nate. He's like 12 years younger. He's like, water break. Remember it used to be Miller High Lifes? 1, 2, treat, go. I don't drink anymore. Or any less. LGB, does that mean let's go Bruins? Are you a Bruins guy? I think Randall's a Bruins guy. I know he's a Pittsburgh fan. Hell of a guy, too. He's one of the... I talked last year about... Hello, I have COVID brain. I'm a potato. Hello. We talked last year about, the Stones and people like that helping out, and the Chris Berry and Katy Berry and Rob DiFilippo and these people. And I hope they don't mind me saying their names. About how they're some of my new favorite people that I met since I moved to Naugatuck. Well, in the last year, and in getting engaged to a wonderful woman and meeting some people, new people, Mr. Rano is one of my favorite people. He's a kind, very funny, kind gentleman, and he appears to be a Bruins fan. I know he's a Steelers fan, which is okay. As Beav and I always say, anybody but the Patriots. You know what I mean? But let's go, Brandon. That's what Brandon. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Holy moly, yeah, let's go, Brandon. If we ever decide to talk politics, I'll have to get a armed guard to follow me around everywhere I go. But we're not going to do that. We didn't do it last year. We're not going to do it now. But we will get into a couple of things that we all don't like, because there's a couple of things we all shouldn't like. Bob says, let's go B. It's let's go Blues. He's a St. Louis fan. You can't be from Connecticut and be a St. Louis fan. Forget about it. St. Louis. They're so bad they lost their football team. Did they ever get? They didn't get a new one either, right?
No, they didn't.
No. I forget. You see what she says? Signing off. Now you can talk shit. She's funny, man. She is. We'll have her as a guest.
Yeah.
We're going to have her as a guest one of these nights. Yeah. Oh, my God. She says, love looks great on you. It does. It's he's a Boston fan. Sorry. Yeah, Boston. No Boston. He's not a Boston. He's a Yankee fan. So I guess he couldn't be a Bruins fan. He might be an Islanders or a Rangers. Love does look good on me. And for those of you just joining, we just want to remind you that the camera adds 40 pounds. So,
I think you covered
as I bend down, I see the things in my neck. And it looks like I got a Ziploc full of mashed potatoes hanging underneath my... It's called a gullet. A gullet. I mean, listen, for the most part, I do this to entertain myself. And this is the first time I've ever done live with Johnny with somebody else in the room. And, I mean, I'm still in my underwear, but I'm kidding. I'm wearing Amy's underwear. I'll make fun of it. It's weird. It's weird having somebody else in the room. And so even though I've known him for 16 years, I can still, maybe 14. Not that it matters. He's from, where'd you grow up? It doesn't matter.
Middlebury.
Middlebury.
You're right. It doesn't matter.
She says, do you have producers? Should you be charging us to watch? He's a Whalers fan. They did screw us. I just had the Whalers conversation. Sidetrack real quick. We're not going to talk about anything we've talked about yet so far. There's a documentary on the Danbury hockey team that somebody told me I got to watch. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Is it phenomenal?
Thrashers.
I got to watch it.
Untold.
I was at a Thrashers game once. If it was where I thought I was hammered, but I don't really remember. I do remember fistfights. She says, do you have producers? Should you be charging us to watch? Never. Never would I charge any of you to watch, ever. That's mainly because, who the fuck's going to pay for this? You know what I mean? Yeah, really. You could probably go to AM radio right now and find some dude who's probably more... What do you mean? You're not supposed to say fucking so... Ladies and gentlemen, you guys remember the night Beeve died live on Facebook? Jesus Christ. This ain't the first time I've had to say this, but I'm going to murder that Beeve. Sock cucka. Where's Hazel? Hazel is not here. No dogs allowed. We actually have a door that says no dogs allowed, so they don't come in. And but I do have my lucky trusty Guns N' Roses shirt on. It happens to be Bee's favorite band of all time.
Ever.
Just kidding. He likes 30 Seconds to Arctic Monkeys. To speak of which, questions of where I am. She says, do you have a live audience? No, I've killed them all. They're not live anymore. No, 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 no. No, I have one guy in the room with me, Katie, and one day, you never know. I might get 4 to 6 people to want to hang out at the same time. But for right now, the only live audience I have is you wonderful people, and glad to have you all back. Katie Barry, I don't know if you were listening before, but I did mention you and your husband Chris with all the support and the donations and everything you guys helped do last year. Hell, Ken Stone and his boys were driving food baskets to the families. Just to recap, if you guys remember last year, we fed over 40 families for Thanksgiving, and some of you guys showed up and started delivering the food to the families because we needed help. That's phenomenal. Bobby Sears says I look good, bro. Old as fuck, but good. Well, Bob, I mean this respectfully. Suck a bag of dicks. No, I'm kidding. I do look old, Bob, but I do make it look good, right? You're right. He's right. When he's right, he's right. I look good. Say it again, Bob. One more time. One more time for my self-esteem. Excuse me. She said, your studio, noon approved. Love it. Welcome back. It's great to be back, Katie. And here's the good news. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to talk about. No idea what I'm doing. We're going to wing it like we always did. And I don't know why I'm looking like Donald Trump right now doing this. Really big show. Best show ever. Don't know why I'm doing it. It's the first time I ever had a microphone in front of my mouth. And no prom night jokes, beef. Dirty perverts. Anyway, how's everybody doing? So yes, a lot's changed in here. I have glasses. We're allowed out of our houses. But again, let's circle back. Where am I? See how I circle back? If you're into music, but it's new music, it's not Skinner and it's not Led Zeppelin. They talk about the newfangled nonsense. I think they're a good bunch of guys, mostly. Kidding. There is one guy named Stump. So think of what you want about that. This is where they do their podcast. They talk about music and food and whatever the hot topic of the day is. I think it's mainly they talk about how when, they use the stranger on themselves, it feels good. But this is where they set up. It's called Riot at the Dog Park. .com. Thank you. And you could also
we're even now.
And you could also find it here. I'm doing all right. You could look at me now, Mom. Top of the world.
Paid in full.
And I'm yelling into this new microphone. So if you're at home right now going, why the fuck is he yelling? I don't know what it does. You could find them on the Facebook too. They're also on the Facebook. And I can see I'm losing viewers. See? I start talking about myself.
Abort.
No politics. No politics. Hold on a second. Let me go back to my notes. Hey. So as we come live from Facebook, I want to say it again because I like to repeat myself and I need you guys to do it. YouTube. I put up the link to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to grow that. People tell me it's the way to go. The Beeve is also going to help me get on some other platforms. I'm really going to give it a go this time. We did good last year together, people. We did a lot of nice things together, and we made fun of a lot of people, and it really felt good. It feels good to judge people, right? Let's all be honest with ourselves. When you talk to the kids tonight, you tell them to be nice, but when we're in bed together looking at each other, I mean, not all of us. We can't all fit, but it's good. It's good. It's good. It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. What were we just talking about?
Right at the dog park.
Right at the dog park. You can.
No, you're losing viewers.
Right at the dog park. Who cares, man? Listen, I don't even have to be on here for an hour. Think I won't shut this shit down? Shit, man. You live next to a Burger King and a Taco Bell. You kidding me? I'm 5 minutes away from putting another 40 on the camera.
There you go.
Right. Yes. Find Right at the dog park. They do. I hear they listen to good music. Those of you who know me know that, I'm still stuck somewhere back listening. However, I may have one of the Riot at the Dog Park guys on so we can convince them and argue with them about the value of an American superstar legend, Kid Rock. They tend to think that, he's not as valued as he is. He's a fucking national treasure, and they will treat him as such. And if I have to have one of those guys on here to convince them, that's what we're going to do. We did do great things last year together, Katie. We're going to do them again this year. We are going to not going to announce it tonight because it's not close enough to Thanksgiving yet. But we are going to do our drive again. Talk to Coach Baxter. He's all in. And in the spring, before spring, February, March, we're going to raise money and we're going to help pay for a minimum, I'd like, 10 kids to play Little League Baseball because times are hard. A lot of people still aren't back at work. Some people are back to work part-time. Some people are not getting a lot of hours. And the things that get hit are the extracurricular stuff. So we are going to help 10 kids. There'll be random kids, not my 10 kids. I'll pay for them. We're going to help 10 kids play Little League Baseball in Naugatuck next year. As you know, I'm a director/coach at Peter J. Foley, and we are going to do that. We're going to help some families with that cost because the kids shouldn't have to stay home because times are hard and thrills are cheaper. We're going to get them to play some baseball. She says she got to go watch the Sox kick ass. See, that's why I did 7:30 on a Monday night is good because the football game doesn't start for an hour, and baseball I didn't think started yet, but it's okay. The good news about this is we're recording, and you could watch it. He says, do TikTok. I don't want to do TikTok. I feel like that's how the FBI is keeping track of all of us. You're going to say I'm on Facebook, but I don't know. I don't like the TikTok. You want to know the truth? I don't know what the TikTok is. So I'm just going to badmouth it until I finally understand something. So that's the direction that we're going to go into. Russian Circles, a band that opens for Clutch often. See, you might know Adam Rivers. I don't even know if you know Adam Rivers. He's a local guy. He's into good music, and he's a Clutch fan. Oh, listen, had all their gear stolen last night. Maybe they shouldn't run in Russian circles. I take drums. I take drums, I go. I don't know. Do you see where we're at here, people? I literally prepared nothing, showed up for nothing. I really just was going to make the triumphant return, talk to the people who were here last year, pretend that they wanted to be here, pretend that I wanted to be here, which I do. We're going to try to make each show an hour. Well, we're going to try to make each show 40 minutes to an hour because I think if we try to go any longer than that, people were in and out last year. I'd get drunk with the first half of people for the first 90 minutes. They would log off. The second half would log in, and I would drink a what do they call that? What do the kids call that? A handle of peanut butter. A handle of peanut.
whole handle,
bro.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know if anybody's ever drinking a handle of peanut butter whiskey. Never mind drinking a handle of peanut butter whiskey online. But can I tell you what that feels like the next day? Okay, first of all, eat 3 fucking fluffernutters while I'm talking to you guys. A couple of Miller High Lifes, and then it might have been 3/4 of a handle of the peanut butter whiskey. The sugar hangover the next day. I felt like I had been sexually assaulted by a bag of Fun Dip. It was, I couldn't function. It was absolutely terrible. So you know what I did? I did it again the next week. Do you know why? Because I don't learn. At the time, and even sometimes now, I'm emotionally unavailable. I don't even listen to my own feelings. So that's a hard time. But I'm looking up at, he's got the internet at one person. Oh. Notice how they say one person has died eating at this chain, experts say. Notice they won't tell you who it is because they know nobody wants to click it because nobody wants to know. And I'm not going to say the name of it because one day I might be famous and they might want to help me out. Horseback riding is more dangerous than football. Yeah. There's an animal involved.
I mean.
Oh, my God. This is. All right, I can't. All right, sorry. You people.
That's my bad.
I wish I could laugh my ass off. You can't do that. You need to get wedding ready. I do. I have to. I got to say yes to a dress soon. I am getting married. A lot changed last year. But like I said, we're not going to talk about her yet. We'll end the show with that because Beeve's going to cry when I do. And then he's just a sopping wet mess and we're never going to get out of here. And he's going to want a spoon and, he's going to come upstairs. Hallmark has a movie on. It's about where a doctor betrays his wife who was betraying him, who was betraying a broomstick. It's a really, really great Hallmark movie. If you're wondering, that's how he really talks. For those of you who are going to be watching this later and aren't watching live, I'm sorry. I'm completely rambling like I used to back in the day. We're going to get more organized. We're going to get more whatever, I think. I'm not going to promise you that. I really was nervous tonight to come back into it, and I was really, what's the words? Didn't want to plan anything because I was just so anxious to get back and to do it, and I just wanted to see how everybody was doing and see if we couldn't get everybody back in the room, which we did pretty good tonight. It's cool to see a lot of the names of the people that we chatted with last year and that we talk to all the time. Sorry, I was reading at the same time. You guys remember that I can't do that. Just going to say this again for the people watching. Camera adds 40 pounds. Just caught a glimpse of my chin again. Excuse me. I'm losing my mind. We did come up with some good ideas last year. Beef hasn't watched all of the shows. I told him as his homework he's got to go back and watch. But we came up with a lot of good ideas last year. Some people have asked, why did I stop doing it last year? Well, after the successful Thanksgiving drive, people were asking me to do a Toys for Tots or some sort of Christmas thing. And I didn't want to tap into everybody's wallet again. So I said, you know what? We're just going to take the holiday season off. And then it was January, and January became February, and February became March. And I procrastinate. I'm lazy. I'm not what the kids today would call a go-getter. And just 1 month turned into 2, 2 months turned into today's 10 months, October. But we're going to go forward. We're going to do this. Beef goes to bed every night at 8:30, so the 7:30 to 8:30 time slot's going to be kind of tough for him. But I've now convinced him that if he goes over to, I forget what channel it's, but he could get an extra episode of Matlock from 8:30 to 9:30. And so he's down for that. So I think we can keep him up. And if you guys think I'm being funny, making fun of a guy who's not old, that's really old, he's really fucking old. Is my head that shiny? Is my head really that shiny? What is it? You going to dim the lights? Oh! Johnny After Dark. Thanks.
I like that better.
Shh, it's Johnny After Dark. Thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Delilah won't be with us. She's back there with the beef. Next up, we're going to have, what's a good love song, Kirk?
I Want to Know What Love Is. Foreigner.
I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Grab the one close to you. Grab them tight. Kiss them hard. Kiss them deep. All right. Okay. Sorry. Are you done? So professional now. Closed captioned if you mute. Ha! What? Really? Who muted me?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's muting people?
Question.
Yo, Zuckerberg, cut the shit. Turd. Did he really? Did I get muted? Somebody answer that question. Did I get muted?
No.
Or is she just making a joke?
No, he's saying if you mute the video, the captions are auto-generated. He's not saying you're muted.
Oh, she muted me. Are you trying to put your kid to sleep? Somebody trying to rock a baby? Wake up, baby.
There's a monster under your bed. I don't want to be an elf. I want to be a dentist.
You got to promote your show more. No one knows it's on. Just I got lucky and caught it. Okay. All right. You don't have to yell at me, Dad, in front of my friends. Jesus Christmas, Bobby. I don't see you for 20 years, and all of a sudden you want to chat my ass? I did promote a little bit. I didn't promote it all weekend, but I did promote a little bit last week. I am creating a Facebook page that is just entirely for Live with Johnny. Right now we're using my own personal page, so you have to go there and see me and my family and my friends and everybody. And this, that, and the other thing. She says, yes, for a second you got muted. Huh. Huh. That's the beef. I can't stay out past 8 o'clock. He probably drooled on the fucking mute button. Dude, you're a sock cucker. Oh, my God. Anyway, but yes, I'm going to promote the show. I'm going to promote the new Facebook page. That's probably going to go live by the end of the week, but we'll still carry on mine until we can get everybody to move over, only because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to do that. I look a lot less shiny right now.
For the last message.
Look at the last message. Please disinfect. Let's talk. Let's talk about again where we're at. We're right at the dog park. All right, right at the dog park's podcast. Coach, if you're watching, I want you to know not only did I lick the microphone, I've been farting in your chair all night long. Now, some of you people are going to want to say, John, you're old enough where you don't have to talk about fart jokes. First of all, no, I'm not. Second of all, I am not at all. Coach, totally tooted in your chair. Many times. You're welcome. Also, I don't have a gallbladder, which means I don't have a muffler, which means it was a direct hit. Anyway, he says, no, but we got closed captioning on. For the hearing impaired, I am Johnny Live. That's not funny, John, at all, ever, at any time. Teddy needs Facebook. Teddy should watch Facebook. Teddy could watch. Teddy's a character all of his own. I was with JoJo tonight, and I told him I was going to have him and my nephew Thomas on one night. That'd be like a lunatic show right there. He's like, yes, sir. Bert. Anyway, what time? How long we been on this thing? All right, we're almost getting there for the first show back. Only because I've given you people nothing to talk about. So let's recap the recap. We're back. Live with John. I almost said Johnny with Live. Live with Johnny is back. Hold on. That was for you, Coach. Another whopper for the copper. Recap the recap. We're back. Monday, 7:30 to 8:30, right here on the Facebook. And the YouTube, maybe eventually. I know what you're saying, John. Stop putting the word "the" in front of it, but no, I won't. Okay? We did great things last year together. Almost $5,000 in total donations. And we fed over 40 families for Thanksgiving. We're going to do it again. We're going to feed 50. I can feel it. We can feed 50. We are going to get 10. We're going to pay for 10 little kids to play Little League Baseball next year. I don't know if they're little. They could be big kids. But, ages up to 12. So if you know anybody that plays for Peter J. Foley you could use the help, when we get there, you're going to help me out. We're going to get it done. Kara says Thomas will fart along with you. No, he will lead it. That boy is full of beans. So, yeah, I keep forgetting where I'm at. Anyway, we're back. Every Monday, 7:30 to 8:30. Tell your friends. We're going to talk about different things every week like we did last week. We're going to get into some other stuff. We're going to reopen some of the things we did last year, like the lunatic log. And, Coach, I don't know if you heard about that one, but I said that we're going to start a website called the Lunatic Log, where when you date a person and it doesn't go well because they're cuckoo, you could put it into the Lunatic Log. So when a chick meets the guy, she could read, the first couple of the weeks, he was so sweet and he opened up the door for me. And then, a month later, he kicked the cat, knocked over the garbage, and put a knife to my throat, because I wouldn't like Limp Bizkit. Those guys are out there. They're out there. Some of them, they're everywhere. I got nothing to say. OMG. Loved watching the boys and I was coaching. So anyway, yes, we're back. A lot has changed in the last year. We're going to talk about all of that. A lot hasn't changed. Some people are still out of work. Some places are still not open full time. All of your local business. That's one thing I'm never going to stop championing. If I'm saying that word right. Local businesses. Your bars, your restaurants, your servers, your bartenders, your waitresses. They need us now more than ever. They can't be open, taking days off. They can't be doing that stuff. They got kids. They got families. Get back there. Eat out again. Go to these restaurants. Go to these bars. Order takeout, Uber, Dash, Back to the Future, whatever they call it. I don't know where that came from. Terrible reference. That's not me picking my nose. If you guys remember last year, I scratched my nose a lot, so no idiot comments about me picking my nose. So we're going to do a bunch of that this year. We're going to keep promoting local businesses, bars, restaurants, gun shops, if you're into that sort of thing. Tom's, I don't know why I shouldn't be saluting on air. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's not who I am.
That was more than a salute. That's
what you call, and this is a big word for us Valley people, that was erroneous. Keep my hands to myself. How we doing? No more salutes. You will not be canceling me. I will not be canceled. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. We're going to give away prizes. We're going to keep these people. Hey, Ian's in the house. What up, brother-in-law? Now, there's one of the cooler dudes I met in a long time. Funny story about Ian, and I'm going to tell it real quick before we wrap it up, and I know, but I want to go to bed. Ian, don't know how it happened, but one of his friends made stickers of him in his face, and they put them all over the place. Well, in my fiance's truck, they put one on her dashboard on the passenger side. So one afternoon, the first time ever I was in her car, we went for a ride. We were taking a ride going somewhere. This dude's face was looking at me all day. And I can honestly say I fell in love with him that day. I've never looked into a man's eyes longer than I did Ian's that day. And it's one of those things where no matter where you go, he's staring right at you. And love songs kept coming on the radio, and I found myself longing for him and looking into his eyes. So, Ian, we have that bond. Don't tell Soto because I love him too. He says those stickers will be Christmas gifts this year. Promise? I might get the tattoo right on my ass cheek. Okay, so here we go. A lot has changed. Many different things have changed. I've changed, a lot for the better. Hopefully none for the worse. You've all changed. Everybody's circumstances have changed, but we're back out. We're in the world. We're doing great things again. We're going to continue to do great things together. My main goal in all of this is to laugh, make fun of a couple of people as they make fun of me, and but we're going to do great things together. We are going to. I know it sounds. Settle the fuck down. He's looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? Community based. Right? I can't be an old crabby asshole forever. I love helping the community. I love helping people do things. I love helping people who need help. This is what we're going to do together. But at the same time, we're going to laugh our asses off. We're going to make fun of some people, and we're going to do some silly things. That's my goal with this. That's what I want to do. So same as last year is what we're going to do this year. Now, I've changed a lot in the last year. I'm getting married. I promised her I wouldn't gush too much, and I promised I wouldn't talk to her about all of this. I wouldn't talk too much about it because nobody wants to hear a middle-aged man talk about how he fell in love with the greatest human being on earth. But I did. So in the spirit of doing great things and in the spirit of being nice to people, she watched almost every one of these shows. She paid attention. She followed. When I got sick and I was in the hospital, she checked up and was calling and texting and looking out for me every minute of every day. I was an idiot at the time. She was out there for the taking, and I wasn't grasping what was going on. But I finally did. And when I got out of the hospital and when I got better, I went and spent one afternoon with her. We went to lunch, and we've been inseparable ever since. I don't want to, make anybody cry here, but I'm going to marry my best friend. That's how lucky I am. She is my best friend. I slept over her house one night. I haven't left. We have a great life together. She's my best friend. I'm like a rescue dog, and sometimes I piss on the rug, and she's still okay with that. Sometimes I'm not the best behaved dog, which really I don't do anything bad, but I'm a lunatic. But she loves me for who I am. She is my best friend. We are getting married, and I made a speech at my brother's wedding. Miguel got married. That's a whole episode. Don't anybody start asking fucking questions about that right now. Okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. I know what you're all thinking. First of all, what? Second of all, yeah, he got married. But I said something at his wedding, and I said, Miguel has been searching for something for a long time. Well, you can stop searching because he found it. I fucking found it. I found her. I adore her. I cherish her. I love her. She's going to get mad that I'm doing this. But I was asked 1,000 times last year, why am I single? Why am I single? I am not. I am spoken for. I am taken. I'm the happiest human being on the earth. I'm going to marry my best friend. That's where my life is now. I have an amazing son. She has an amazing son. Being a part of both of their lives is probably the most wonderful part of all of it, is just to be a part of this whole ride and just be a part of her life. She's an amazing person. Anybody who knows her will tell you that. Anybody who knows her will confirm how amazing she is. And I tell her all the time, shame on every dude who ever came past you. But I'm glad that they walked, and I'm glad that they didn't stay, because you're mine. I love you. You're the best. Most importantly, like I aim. See her? She's already in the brain. Like I end every show. It's the ones we don't look at. It's the ones we don't reach out to. It's the ones those are the ones who need us to reach out. So the people you talk to every day, are hopefully they're doing okay. always reach out to the ones that you're not reaching out to, and reach out to the ones that aren't reaching out to you. Okay? I love all of you. We're back. We're going to do great things. He says, can I get a ride to the wedding? See how I get sidetracked? I can't read and talk at the same time.
Look what he did.
Funny story about Amy. She cannot talk and drive at the same time, or else we'll end up in Illinois. I love all of you. I'm so glad that most of you came back. I can't wait to see the rest of you next time. I can't wait to see everybody as we go forward and make this thing better and do great things together. That's what we're going to do. And it feels good to be back. I really don't know what the hell we talked about tonight. I don't remember any of it. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was bad. If you're just joining us, go back and watch the whole thing. Hear about all the great things we did last year. Hear about all the great things we're going to do next year. Also, remember the camera adds 40 pounds. I'm going to go now. I used to say I've got a toaster on my table and happiness in my heart. I don't have the toaster on the table anymore, but I have gratitude for all of you. My heart is full of love. And I can't wait for next week. And I think that's about it. Take care of each other. Look out for each other. Never stop laughing. Bright Eyes, I'm coming home. I love all of you. End the video. Woo! End the video.